What's going on, everybody? It's Poodle back with another CFB 25 video, and today's video I'm gonna be going over the most overrated features in CFB 25. Before we get into the video, as always, give this video a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, comment down below, let me know what your most overrated features are in this game. Of course, stay throughout the video and comment them at the end as well, and give this video a big thumbs up. Can we get 350 likes on this video? That'd be greatly appreciated. And guys, if you haven't already heard, in my community tab, I am working on a website that compiles all of my Dynasty information, exclusive access to my Discord, access to my Dynasty League waitlist, and much more, guys. So make sure you do stay on the lookout for that. I will, when the website goes live, I will post a link. I will add everyone. I will let people know in videos, so just stay tuned. I'm aiming for a early January release, if, you know, fingers crossed, but stay on the lookout for that, guys. It's gonna be great. Hope you guys all enjoy it. You've been asking for it. But let's get into the video. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just wanted to hop on here real quick to let you know that I've partnered with Control. Control has the best protein products on the market right now. For a lot of you guys that don't actually know me, I go to the gym every single day except for Saturdays because that's my CFB recording day. But for you guys who don't know me, I love protein products. I'm always looking to get more protein products into my life. So for any of you guys that understand protein or go to the gym or any of that, you know that some of the biggest issues when it comes to protein products is this. You find the protein shake that has your macros, but it's not healthy. You find a shake that's healthy, but it doesn't taste good. It's so hard these days to find the right product that's both priced right, tastes amazing, and has the macros you want, and that's exactly what this is. And for me, someone who doesn't like to have breakfast and often misses a meal between recording CFB and working my regular job, this is the exact thing I need, which is a meal replacement. All of their snacks have the right macros, exactly for what I need to fit into my day, and it tastes amazing, guys. For me, the Cocoa Crunch, I'm a huge chocolate guy, so when I first went on their website, I couldn't believe it was like a match made in heaven. Everything was chocolate. They had every option that I wanted: cookies and cream, Cocoa Crunch, and they have the chocolate chip cookies, and they have everything else that you could want. I can't say enough about it, guys. It's my favorite flavor. If you haven't already, go down below, use my code POODLE to get your discount on the Cocoa Crunch protein. You won't regret it. If you don't like chocolate, of course, there's other options, but I can't say enough, guys. Happy gaming, enjoy the CFB season, and get yourself some Cocoa Crunch. So the first thing on my list of things that I find to be kind of overrated and really things I just want tuned in next year's game is going to be deal breakers. I feel like deal breakers aren't as impactful as I thought they would be. And what I mean by that is this, is basically deal breakers should be something on the back of your mind all season, like all season, regardless of even if you're a winning team, because some deal breakers aren't about winning. Some deal breakers are about playing time, which playing time, another one, is one that I'm like, I thought playing time for me would have been something along the lines of how many minutes you give them, like having to work in a freshman wide receiver. No, it's just how many players you have on the roster. A few of them don't really make sense to me, and I think I wanted it to be more dynamic, like getting into a week 5 crucial matchup, and you're in a must-win situation. Your freshman 5-star wide receiver is having a D playing time, and he really wants to get in, and you have to play him, or else he's going to like legitimately lock in his transfer or start the senior because you want to win, right? I wanted scenarios like that. I feel like deal breakers haven't been that impactful. When you lose them, it's when you're on a bad team with like 60 to 70 overall players, not really that impactful. When you're a top team, like a 4-star or above, you're not even feeling the impacts of deal breakers because most of your grades are high enough. I wanted deal breakers to be better. I do hope in CFB 26 they do tune them a bit, they make them a bit more dynamic. I love dynamic deal breakers. Like as a freshman, they just cared about being a championship contender, or they just cared about playing style, but then you win a championship and actually, like, we don't care about playing style, we just want to win, we're happy to be here. Championship contenders now are a deal breaker. I would love dual purpose deal breakers. The next one's going to be the plethora of coaching packages. I feel like a lot of packages aren't useful at all, and I get it. When they first probably had the vision for this game, they thought of all the cool things you could do, but very quickly you realize that there's a way to play this game, there's a way not to play this game. There's packages that work, there's packages that just flat out don't work, there's some that you can't even prove that have like a high hit rate on things. I do feel like they're going to take a lot of the data from this year and a lot of the feedback and really retune coaching packages. There's just some where you just can't really prove that they work, right? Chance to instant commit, right? Dream School, we know it works, but it doesn't work consistently. This is a fun one though, so like this is one of the ones where I'm like, okay, this could say that's a fun one. Bundle discounts, cool, but the points it takes to get there is kind of like, is it that impactful? Senior superlatives is cool. Portal preview, able to see other players, at-risk players on my school. Do you really need that? Not necessarily. Program builder, now this is one where I'm going to refer to as like one that you can't really prove. Increased HFA composure penalties. Can you prove that? It's 12 points. Protection from HFA. Can you prove that? There's a lot of things that are just really expensive and things that I don't think are that worth it. And I can go through this all day. I'm not going to waste your time. You know which ones I'm talking about. I've mentioned them in 100 videos. If you go through, you will quickly see that a lot of these packages are just like, like the Mind Reader one that could definitely be tuned. Mind Reader, chance to learn dev trait of DL, of defensive lineman on visits or any position in general. To get there, it costs 32 points. So you probably only end up with like 1 or 2 of these. Let's say you did them all. For all you who have learned about how recruiting works, basically when you visit, you basically commit them that week or the week after. So by the time you learn their dev trait, you've already went 3-4 weeks straight of hardcore recruiting on this guy. It's too late to just back out. They're a star or they're an impact, whatever. Like you don't actually, there's no real like tangible benefit from figuring it out, because at that point you're going to finish the job anyways. Might as well just save the points. There's one that I'd like to see as like a first tier one, or chance to learn dev trait on visits, but recruiting lasts longer. Recruiting lasts more to week 6 and 7. That way, if you have a week 2 visit, you can just back out then. You know, like right now as it stands, I don't personally see the benefit of it, but this is just one of many packages that I want them to tune. I feel like they just did a lot. They did a lot, which I like because it's cool for like offline guys who just want to have fun and just test things out. But like for an online league, a lot of the stuff's kind of wasteful, and some of the good stuff is actually hidden behind wasteful things. So you have to like buy that first and then get into there. So that's part of my problem. Next one's gonna be the transfer portal, guys. The transfer portal I think has so much potential. It had so much potential to be fun. I don't actually think it ended up being that impactful, and that actually ties back into the first one with Dealbreakers. So 1 to 3 star teams as a whole don't have that much talent, and that's just the truth of the matter. They're the ones that are going to be breaking these deal breakers more consistently than not, so their players will hit the portal. We're talking crap players, like 83 and below overall players, not that useful, not starting now, for the most part, right? Because remember, not getting these guys as freshmen. I'll take an 83 freshman all day, but you're going to get these guys as like juniors and seniors as 82 overalls. It's like, I'd rather just not waste their roster spot. But 4-star and 5-star teams who have like the 80 to 95 overall talent won't actually be breaking a lot of these deal breakers. So when the transfer portal time comes, you have a bunch of trash on there because you're not able to break enough deal breakers. Now, if these deal breakers are being broken by, you know, Will Campbell, Harold Perkins, Emory Jones, these are guys that if they hit the transfer portal, it'll be way cooler. But since deal breakers are a little too light, I get it. Maybe year one, they don't want to be so aggressive with deal breakers and like ruin the experience. Maybe next year they're like, all right, that was a little too easy. But I do think deal breakers not being overly impactful in this game did lead to transfer portal being a little bit underwhelming. And transfer portal is actually really cool because that could be a really fun like free agency type period for a lot of people to play in this game, especially if you're not recruiting well. So I do hope they do tune that a bit. The next one's going to be hard sell motivations. I did like the way recruiting was set up a lot. I did, but I do feel as you play through a few seasons, you're kind of like, it's kind of pretty cookie cutter. I wish they would get a little bit more spontaneous with how hard sells work. I wish it wasn't so cut and paste, like, okay, you can guess this one early. Okay, that guy can guess his early and I can't. Like, that's something I actually don't like. I don't like the fact that I could be out recruiting someone with 80 hours and they have 60, but I could actually lose a hard sell because all I got unlocked was I have a bunch of, all of the ones that I could guess, right? All of my hard sells that I could actually guess are all question marks. So I can't make a proper guess, but a guy with 50 got his 3 green unlocked already. Or he can do process elimination and his actually unlocked a certain way. So people can hard sell earlier than others. I don't like that aspect of it. I know it makes it a little bit more variable, but I think it's kind of unfair. I actually would like them to tune this a bit. I also don't like the way the team grades work with like proximity to home, playing style. Some of these things don't make sense to me. For instance, I've lost 5-star recruits because my proximity to home was bad. So I've accepted that because that is a real life aspect, but now let's flip it to academic prestige. I don't like that as like a 5-star program, you could be locked into like a C and that can't go up. So basically you're stuck. I would like some kind of feature to maybe upgrade your school. Like you could spend coaching points on upgrading your academics or something just to change that up a little bit. I don't like how cut and dry it is. Like, okay, that school has really good academic prestige, that one doesn't. I know it can be a little realistic, but remember this is an online league. It's a little bit different. But also as a whole, just the way hard selling works, I feel like it's very cut and dry. Send the house, send the house, send the house. Guess early, you're done. Recruiting over. I want there to be a little bit more dynamics to hard selling. I want hard selling to be maybe one time. You have one pitch you can make, and that's it. I want there to be more aspects to it, maybe like cutscene style, something that just like adds more dynamics to the hard sell process, or something that you have to like take on hints. Like maybe they don't tell you the grades like they do here. Maybe there's hints. Like, okay, this guy's in your pipeline. He went to high school in Louisiana, and he was approached by X, Y, and Z school. Like you have to start like looking at clues of players to kind of get a picture for, okay, proximity to home is probably important to him. I'd like it more dynamic in that sense, where you have to actually use a bit more skill, less of just guessing / it telling you. But that's what irks me about hard selling. This next one really pisses me off. Formation subs. Please add formation subs. First off, in Madden, it's a big feature. Second off, in college is so big on formation subs. They have special packages just for the mobile QB to come in, just for the power running back to come in, for the tall wide receiver to come in at the slot, for the jet sweep. There's so many different things that college football has. A heavy set with tight end. please add formation subs. I know when you're in game, you can toggle the right stick to the right and change it up, but when you're in an online game and you're thinking and you're competing, you don't have time to every play change up exactly what you need. I want to be able to look through my roster, look through my playbook, and be like, okay, when I come out in F trips and I'm going to do a jet sweep right, I want my left slot to be my 99 speed shifty guy. Okay, when I come out in F trips and I want to do quarterback power to the right, I want my right slot guy to actually be a tight end, and I want my other tight end to be my best blocking one, because I'm running that play. I don't need a passer in. When I'm coming out in gun trips, I want them to all be wide receivers. I want my receiving tight end to be in. I want to be able to make all these changes. When I come out in a heavy set, I want my power running back to be subbed in, because if I'm calling a heavy set, I'm probably in a short yardage situation. I want these options to be made pre-game, so when I can plan this out while I can think, and then I can just play my game. I would much prefer that. I hope they add it next year. I feel like it's such a big thing, and a lot of people definitely want it. Next thing's gonna be pipelines. I actually think pipelines could be more impactful. A lot of people tell me they are. I think these are offline guys telling me this, because I play online. I'm snagging recruits as Louisiana or as LSU from South Carolina, Georgia, New York, New Jersey. I'm beating people out left and right. All that matters to me is recruiting hours and hard sell packages, like the elite recruiter. I actually don't think pipeline matters that much. Where I think pipeline does matter is your starting interest. Look, guy from Louisiana, I'm in first. Guy from Louisiana, I'm in first. Guy from CA, but I happen to be a 5-star there, I'm almost in first. See, I think pipelines are really for starting interest. After that, I mean, maybe there's slight bonuses, but I only noticed it for starting interest. After that, I basically can just go in there. I want pipelines to be more impactful. I want guys from Baton Rouge to be like, I'm so high on their board that they've been since their childhood, they're going to Louisiana. I want it to be that if I'm in 5th for a recruit because I wasn't actively recruiting them, in week 3, I'm like, oh, you know what, I kind of want him, and I'm all the way in the back, but he has Louisiana as a 5-star, and his dream was to go to LSU. I send him an offer, and I skyrocket to the front, because no matter what, LSU's always been in the back of his head that if he gets that offer, he's going there. I want it to be more dynamic in the sense where you can't just steal another pipeline because you put more hours into it. At the end of the day, there's some deal breakers, like a player always wants to go to LSU. I'd like some recruits maybe to even start with locked out guys, like this is the schools I want to go to. I want pipelines to be a little bit more impactful in my opinion, or give you multipliers more than what you're getting now. But that's just my opinion. I know some people have some caveats with how they feel about pipelines, but I haven't felt too strongly about them. I thought it was going to be a big thing coming into this year, and it really hasn't been. Last but not least, the upgrading system. I actually really don't like the upgrading system in this game in terms of, well, one aspect of it. I'm fine with the randomness of it, but I want it to be more random. We've all come to learn that basically how a player upgrades themselves is they'll just pretty much buy the cheapest thing pertaining to their archetype. So for instance, Garrett Nussmeier will never upgrade his speed until he upgrades all the 2s, the 4s, and the 4 4s and the 2s. So basically, by the time he's a senior, he would have never touched his speed. That's fine. He's a field general quarterback. Okay, fine. Flip side, a scrambling quarterback will upgrade their health, IQ, and their speed all the way and never touch their accuracy. So basically, a scrambling quarterback will never be able to throw. I don't like that. I actually would like it to be more random. I want it to upgrade anything randomly. I want it to predetermine the next one, because right now what it does is like it'll get 4 and it'll spend 4. I want it to just start saving up to 8 and you're like, oh, it's saving up to 8, then 10. Oh, it's going for one of the 10s or the 12s. I want it to have a predetermined but randomized track of like, okay, so this guy's track's gonna be, it's gonna put 1 in power, then it's gonna put 1 in health, then it's gonna put 2 here. I want it to be like that. That way you can get a field general who's really fast, or a scrambler who can throw, or a scrambling quarterback that never upgrades his speed, or a wide receiver route runner who goes straight for speed. I want there to be more variance with players. As it stands now, you can kind of tell like, okay, wow. So if I want a speed upgrade on Garrett to get him into the 80 speed, you're going to need, let's see, of like 5 upgrades here. You're going to need like 2, 3 more here. You're going to need like 2 here. Okay, so he won't get it till never because he's a junior. So like that's the thing I'm not liking right now, is I can tell what they're doing. And that doesn't even throw in the fact of he also may start upgrading abilities. So you're never going to get certain things. So you can basically tell early on, like, okay, that player's never going to unlock that or that. And that's kind of why I got him. I don't like feeling like from the moment I get a player that I already know what's going to happen. I want it to be so random. Like, ooh, he could do that or he could do that. That's how I felt it was at first. And then I realized it wasn't. So I do want more randomness in the upgrade system. I don't want them to let us manually upgrade, because I feel like then you're going to be like, okay, speed accuracy, speed accuracy, speed accuracy, back and forth. I do like the randomness. I also feel like abilities should be slightly tuned. I don't know if I want them to always upgrade, because I do like the randomness of it, but maybe they shouldn't upgrade with points. Maybe something else. I don't know. I feel like points are hard to come by. It's very hard to build a player for that exact reason. But there should be something else with abilities here. I don't know what it is. Maybe they randomly unlock, but they don't use points. Whatever the fact is, I do think it should be more random on the rating side. I don't like the predetermined aspect of it. But guys, about it for the video. If you have anything else to add, let me know down below in the comment section. Can you give this 300 likes? 350 likes is what I asked for, actually. Can we get 350 likes on this video? And of course, comment down below if you have anything else to add to this list. Thanks so much for watching. Check out Underdog and be on the lookout for the website at some point in the near future. I'm out. Peace.